Yo, what's up? It's DNA for sure. This video is not gonna be long at all. Hopefully, it won't cut off on me. But one of the homegirls just said that they were having a debate with their sister, and her sister believes that marijuana should be illegal. I no, no. In Portugal, in a lot of countries, drugs are not illegal at all. In Portugal, which is what the owner of the school that I go to said, they're not illegal until you drive under the influence of them. Just like Mexico. Cocaine, every drug is legal in Portugal until you're under the influence of them and you can never get your license again. In Portugal, if you get a DUI, whether you're on weed or whatever the fuck, you can't get your license again. You go to jail, pay your fine, do your time, whatever. Mexico, cocaine is legal. In America, every drug's legal, except for pills and weed in some states. But weed, do the research, it reduces the growth of cancer cells. There's only three things that do that. Drugs that doctors give you is one. Chemotherapy makes you lose your hair and you can have kids and you can't have kids. All kind of shit. Water and marijuana. Those are the only things that keep your cancer cell growth at bay or reverse the growth of cancer cells. So if you drink water and smoke weed, that reverses the growth of your cancer cells. So if you have cancer or you don't want to get cancer, smoking weed and drinking water will reduce the growth of cancer cells. The only reason that weed is illegal in America is because you can make basically anything out of weed, out of herb plants. You can make anything from shoes, paper that you write on, cigarette paper, blunts. I rolled blunts out of weed leaves. You could build a house with paper. You can literally build people's bones with paper, with weed plants. I mean, you can build anything with weed plants, and that's not good. That's not good for the economy because you can grow weed literally everywhere in the world, no matter if it's negative. Well, some strains you can grow weed in if it's like -5 degrees, but usually you can't grow plants when it's below freezing temperatures, but you can literally grow weed anywhere from, we'll take it from your mind state, 30 degrees, 20 degrees is when nothing's gonna grow, till 115, 20 degrees, and weed is still gonna grow. You can literally grow weed anywhere, and that's not good for the economy. If anybody can grow weed especially in America. America has pretty extreme temperatures, but you can grow weed, marijuana plants anywhere in America. And you can capitalize off of it. That's why this shit's illegal. It's not because weed makes you fucking want to do coke because you just are tired of getting this high or that high or that high or yay high. You know, it's not about how high you get. It's about how much weed has to offer to the American people and the economy. New World Order, you know. If you have, let's say you have cancer or AIDS, you smoke some weed, you're gonna want to eat, which is gonna fucking make you want to eat the best foods as far as health and you saving your own life. If I had fucking terminal lung cancer right now, let's say that. What does cancer do to you? It kills all your energy. To me, for me, weed motivates me so much. I'm a freelance writer. I write essays for people. If I don't, I'm not gonna eat. That's what I do, you know? But when I smoke weed, it motivates me to write. And not only to write, but write and kill the motherfucking essays that I write, which means I write it very well when I'm under the influence of weed. Weed makes you want to slow down when you try. And fuse with the music, fuse with the road, fuse with your car. You smoke some weed, you're not going to get in a fucking accident. I don't. I never did that. It made me want to fucking slow down, observe everything, be paranoid. But, you know, it's a drug. It's not a drug, but it's a mind-altering substance. Just like everything. Everything's a drug. There's nothing that you've ever interacted with that's not a drug. You know? But marijuana, there's really no... I'm not even being biased. Because I don't smoke weed like that. When I do smoke, I buy like a... If I bought an eighth right now, which is what I'm really looking for, nobody's fucking answering their phone or trying to come through. But if I did buy an eighth, that shit would last like 3 weeks. I get a fucking gram with some people, two blunts, a gram. That shit would probably last me like 2 weeks. I hit that shit like 2-3 times, put it out. Because I don't get high like that. I don't. Weed is a euphoria booster. But as far as a lot of people think that weed is sherm, or a lot of people think that weed is like crack, where you're just coming in and out the room. Did you hear that? No. Look, no, they're coming. I gotta clean up. Look, put your feet up, I gotta clean. Look, you know what a vacuum is? No, the vacuum is blow. Look, bro, give me a job. Give me a ride to Goodwill. No, please, I gotta get a new vacuum. I gotta vacuum under your feet. That's not what weed does to you. That's not what weed does to you. No, the opposite. The total opposite. Weed reduces the growth of cancer cells. There's only 3 things that do that. Medicine that doctors give you with chemotherapy, water reduces the growth of of cancer cells, and marijuana. And it makes, if you do have cancer, it makes it so much more comfortable for you. And it makes everything better, honestly. If you can handle it and you don't get too much and you don't get the good shit that you can't handle. But the only thing that's wrong with weed is that you can smoke it. And if you smoke it out of a blunt, it's gonna fuck up your lungs if you smoke cigarettes. That's the only thing that's wrong with weed. And the fact that, you know, you can get high off some weed and do some things just like if you eat fucking a certain amount of Advil, you know, you can do some things that you wouldn't do, like die. But there's nothing wrong with weed. It has its place in certain religions, you know. If you sprinkle some weed on everything you eat, if you have cancer, it's gonna make you lose your cancer and make you cancer free. That's bad for the fucking economy and the government, I guess. If you love your country enough to not fucking eat or consume weed, that makes it bad, you know. But there's nothing wrong with weed. Not at all. But anyway, it's DNA for sure. I'm really tired of looking at my beautiful ass face. And this is what I do. Smoke weed every day responsibly. Peace.